Hey, this is Caesar with the Food52 Test Kitchen, and this is Recipe Drop, where myself and the rest of the Test Kitchen team here at Food52 will be sharing new recipes with you weekly. And today, I'm have for you a turmeric roast chicken with cardamom-coconut rice.
Wow, chef's kiss.
Here I have a spatchcocked chicken, which I salted a few hours ago. Ideally, you would salt this overnight. That's what's known as dry brining. Liberally salted it on both sides. I'm also gonna set my oven to 425 degrees. So one of the reasons why I love a spatchcocked chicken, it cooks more evenly, it cooks faster. I do this with all of my birds, especially turkeys. Whereas a whole chicken, usually you would do lower heat, more time. Spatchcock is gonna be higher heat, less time. I'm gonna set this aside and work on our marinade. Our 5 cloves of chopped garlic, 2 nubs of chopped fresh turmeric. Gonna hit that with a pinch of salt. Just gonna bash that up. If you don't have a mortar and pestle, you can do this in a food processor. You can just do it with your knife. Our turmeric and garlic paste, I'm going to add a tablespoon of fish sauce, half a teaspoon of white pepper, 2 teaspoons of chicken powder. So chicken powder is kind of my secret weapon when I roast chickens. One of the reasons being the MSG that's in it, which I love. There's nothing wrong with MSG. We're not gonna have this fight. The zest and juice of a lime. These are pretty small, so I think I'm gonna use 2 of these. Has anyone seen the Flooser? Thank you. In with our lime juice. You can also add a chili if you want some heat. A Thai chili or a jalapeno would be great. I'm also gonna add about a tablespoon of a neutral oil. Give it a good mix. This is your marinade for your chicken. Get my gloves on. Pat it down a bit, very gently. You're gonna stick your finger in between the skin and the meat of the breast and gently separate the skin. Into this pocket, I'm gonna add some marinade and some butter. Same thing with the thighs, just gonna separate that skin. Rub the wings all over. Get in here, people forget this part. I don't wanna call it the armpit, that's gross. Drum pit. In a perfect world, you would put this back into the fridge, let it hang out for an hour or 2. So let's pretend that happened. One more trick, the butter. I need butter. There's a stick of butter in the refrigerator. Can you grab it for me? Fridge cold butter, and I will show y'all why. Cut it in half. And what I do is, now I have these planks of cold butter.
You need this one too?
Yes. And it makes it easier to shove it in there.
I've never done that before.
This is indulgent.
That looks really good.
Yeah. Same thing, this butter here. It works. I like to think I made this up, but I probably didn't. So, into the oven, 425. I'm gonna go in legs first. I'm gonna cook this for about an hour, but I'm gonna check it after half an hour. And if anything starts to brown too quickly, I'm gonna tempt it with some foil. 30-minute timer. Our chicken is in the oven. Let's move on to our coconut rice. So I'm using jasmine rice here. Jasmine rice has a really beautiful kind of like floral, perfumey flavor to it. So we'll give it about 4 or 5 rinses. Some people don't wash their rice. I think rice comes out better when you wash it. You have this little cute stove rice cooker, medium high, and to this I'm gonna add some extra virgin coconut oil. This is gonna be a very coconutty coconut rice. I'm using coconut oil, coconut water, and coconut milk. Whether I'm doing oatmeal or any kind of rice, I always toast the grain in some fat first. Another thing that oil does, it just helps keep the grain separate. Today I'm making 2 cups of rice. For every cup of rice, 1 teaspoon of oil. Oh, I also have a bay leaf. To our heated coconut oil, I'm gonna add half a teaspoon of ground cardamom. Just give it like 30 seconds. Going in with our 2 cups of jasmine rice. You smell good. Now we're gonna add our salt and our sugar. So I have 2 tablespoons of sugar. This isn't gonna make the rice sweet necessarily, but sugar does kind of help bring out the coconut. So 2 tablespoons sugar, along with 2 generous pinches of kosher salt. So you'll start to smell the rice toasting. It'll just kind of be a nutty smell. You see the rice grains start to get a little chalky. Here are the things to look for. 2 cups of coconut water, 2 cups of full fat coconut milk. I usually never do the whole like 2-to-1 ratio with rice. I'm gonna leave my rice alone. Gonna let this come up to a boil, and I'm not gonna touch it. I'm gonna wait until the liquid meets the surface of the rice. Then I'm gonna give it one good stir, cover it, leave it alone. You don't wanna mess with your rice too much because that's when you end up with like glue. All right, so it's been about 30 minutes. Our breast is getting some nice color. If you feel like your chicken breast is starting to cook faster than everything else, just to keep it moist, to keep it from burning, cover it with some aluminum foil. It's your little insurance policy. Go right back into the oven. Our chicken is ready. Ooh. She is seasoned. You're gonna let your chicken rest, obviously, before cutting into it. Let it rest for like at least 10 minutes. I actually like to let my rice rest as well before I uncover and fluff it. Here's a little garnish tip. If you don't really know how to garnish your dish or what to garnish it with, a great little trick is just like some fried herbs. I have some herbs. Get a pan, add a little oil to your pan, just enough to cover. And then once this comes to temp, we're gonna throw in our herbs. So it'll be around 30 seconds, maybe a little more, but you just kind of want it to look like really bright green, almost like glass. So this will work with any soft herbs, cilantro, dill, parsley. Fry them up. Rice reveal. Ooh. Let's give this a little fluff. There we go. There's our coconut rice. You can see the little flecks of cardamom in there. Big up to this beautiful blue Dansk blade. I love a blade. Available on food52.com. I have my Latino portion of rice. Look at that. Look at that. Get some of that butter and chicken juice. All right, let's hit it with our fancy fried herbs. So this dish is heavily inspired by Southeast Asian and like Thai flavors, which I'm a huge fan of. All right, we're ready to have a taste. I got my girl Lynn here, our office manager. Yeah, not bad.
I got a little bone,
Ooh.
but I'm kind of tempted to eat it. Oh my God, that was so good.
The coconut and the turmeric work really nicely together. You get that little...
The chicken is nice and soft. It's not dry.
Never.
You get a little bit of that skin with the rice and the chicken and the meat. It's literally, wow, chef's kiss. Let me get another bite real quick.
I know my way around a pot of rice.
That's good.